Welcome back to this channel, folks. This is daily update for MULN stock, and as you guys see the title, I do think the stock is about to head to 20 cents by end of May, though. It's not April, but end of May, and we're going to talk about my prediction, why I think that. And before we do that, if you're new to the channel, do consider subscribing. I release a video every day. The objective is to get you guys information and not to persuade you, not a financial advice. So we're going to talk about why I think the stock is headed toward 20 cents. Because what I do is I combine fundamentals with the technicals, and that gives me a very high success rate in the stock. So let's talk about first thing first that I've been talking about in my previous videos. Every company that you look at is going to need cash. Cash is a very important thing. EPS is, earnings per share. That's fine. Any startup company or any new company, for example, is going to have a negative EPS because at the end of the day, they are starting up, right? If you start looking at just the EPSs, then you're not going to invest in any company. Trust me on that. So what you need to know cash flow, right? You need to know if there's enough cash in the company that is going to sustain for a couple of years. So if you do invest in the company, at least they're not going to go bankrupt. You're not going to lose all your money. So in this case, for example, MULN is a very good example here. MULN need about $84 million a year. They have about $107 million on hand, which is a very, very scary thing, which means that they could have gone bankrupt. But the good thing is David Mysteries keep writing these warrants, whereas they keep diluting the stock because they don't care about the stock price. So they keep getting cash, right? So this is what they need. They need cash. So he was able to secure $90 million, which he's going to get on May 15th, which is a good thing, right? We know that, okay, good. MULN is going to be able to survive another 2024. And in 2024, we are speculating the stock could potentially hit $23 at that point, right? So Dave is trying to survive 2024 this way because he knows that after 2024, for example, there's going to be a lot more EVs on the road. And there's going to be a lot more, appreciation for the companies that are building these EVs, right? So he want to be in there. He want to sustain that. And again, this is why the stock is keep getting diluted. So let's talk about the chart. Okay. So right now, this is what you see on my screen right now. This is a monthly chart. All right, guys. And this is why I think the stock is headed toward 20 cents. And the reason I say 20 cents, I'll show that to you guys as well. Every candle that you see here represents a month. All right. If you see here, the candle was coming down, the monthly, it's keep coming down. When it got to 54 cents or so, the market started trading sideways. All right. It's not going down anymore. It's trading sideways. However, the stock price is coming down, but the way it was coming down before rapidly, at least the stock is not down to 3 cents, 4 cents, right? It's still about 10 cents or so. So it's trading sideways right now. If you look at the for the monthly, it's about 36 right now, which means that now it should have gone to below 30 at that point, because the way they were coming down, it would have gone to below 30. Below 30 is like oversold. All right. Now, this is not oversold. This is dilution. There's a difference between that, right? Dilution is like, where they're adding more inventory in there. And people are selling, retail investors are still buying the stock. A lot of, the big dogs that gave cash to David Mystery, who's the CEO of the company, they wanted to sell the stock because every time they buy these warrants, they're not going to be the same price as what the market price is. There's going to be always cheaper, 5 cents, 10 cents, whatever the case is. So for example, they bought these warrants for 10 cents when the stock was hovering around 18 cents or so, or I think it was 20 cents or so. So there's like almost 10 cents cheaper. So what they did, they diluted it. They gave them the cash. They sold the stock in the market to the retail investors, right? So with that being said, every candle right here is representative of a month. Histogram right now this is what I'm going to show you guys, right? Why I think the stock is headed up. Right now, the moving average conversions divergence is about to cross the signal line. When it does that, stock started moving up because price action is working with these indicators. Now, indicators are a little lagging, right? Price action is a little greater than indicators, but indicators are still representative of some, you need at least 1 or 2 indicators to at least get some idea where the stock is headed. For example, just to give you an example, the stock is having a good run, right? 2021, having a good run. It started coming down. You see the histogram right here. You see how the MACD is crossing the signal line. Histogram is so tiny. Then you got another histogram, which is a little tinier. Then you got, bigger one. The stock price dropped from $1, to almost like 30 cents, 10 cents. There's a bigger histogram now. Histogram has gotten smaller, which means that moving average conversion is about to cross signal line. When it does that, you're going to see a little pop of a green candle, and that green candle is going to push. That means the stock is about to head up, and we're going to see that in the trend traders. Where the trend traders come in, they're going to push the stock up. And 20 cents, the reason I say 20 cents, and I'm not saying, they're, 25 cents, 30 cents. I'm very particular about 20 cents. The reason I say this, if you know me, I've been making these daily videos, and the levels I have here is working to the T. These levels are so great that every time every time the stock moves up, I know exactly if it crosses this level, is it going to go up, is it going to go down from that point. So from 20 to 25 cents it's going to be a very, very heavy supply level, which means that it's going to be a lot of people sitting here trying to sell you the stock. If you see the supply, it's all supply and demand, right? If you have a demand, like say, for example, if you want to buy a stock, you have a price in mind that, okay, you know what, if it gets to that price, I'm going to buy the stock. This is the demand, all right? If you are thinking about, okay, if it gets to that level, I'm going to sell it, that's supply right there. So right here from 20 cents, 21 cents, 23 cents, they're so heavy. There's so much supply right here. So this is why I do think when the histograms started coming up, when there's more volume coming up, when the trend traces are coming up, then we will see a push. But that's 20 cents is going to be the number for by end of May. So hopefully you guys are, you know, keeping notes and keeping paying attention here. If you're new to the channel, do consider subscribing. I'm releasing video every day and you're going to get updates every day. So, you know, don't miss out, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video.